in the Sonoran Desert, where summer ground temperatures reach 160 degrees Fahrenheit, a white egg, no bigger than a ping-pong ball, sits exposed in a shallow nest of twigs. This egg contains something that shouldn't survive here. A bird that can't fly away from danger. A predator that will hunt rattlesnakes before it's 3 months old. But first, it has to make it through the next 99 days. The nest sits 3 feet off the ground in a choleo cactus. The location isn't random. The spines keep most predators away. Coyotes can't climb. Snakes struggle with the angle. But the real threat isn't what can reach the nest, it's the sun. Inside the egg, a Greater Roadrunner chick is developing. Its parent, a 2-pound bird with a 4-foot wingspan, stands over the nest. This isn't maternal instinct, it's a calculated response to temperature. Bird eggs die above 105 degrees. The desert floor is already at 130. The adult Roadrunner positions its body to cast shade over the clutch of 4 eggs. It's been doing this for 18 days, 2 more to go, but there's a problem. The parent hasn't eaten in 6 hours. It needs to hunt, and hunting means leaving the eggs exposed. The Roadrunner makes a decision based on internal temperature sensors that regulate its behavior. It steps off the nest. Within 90 seconds, the egg temperature starts climbing. The bird moves 20 feet from the nest and freezes. A side-blotched lizard emerges from behind a rock. The Roadrunner explodes forward, hitting 20 miles per hour in 3 seconds. The lizard never makes it back to cover. 4 minutes. That's how long the eggs were unshaded. The temperature inside spiked to 102 degrees, close to lethal. But the Roadrunner returns, swallows the lizard whole, and resumes its position. This pattern will repeat 11 more times today. Every hunt is a calculated risk. Every absence could cook the embryos inside. Day 20 arrives. The first egg shows a crack, then another. The chick inside is using an egg tooth, a small calcium projection on its beak, to break through the shell. This process takes 9 hours. The chick can't rush it. Its lungs aren't ready for air. Its neck muscles are still developing the strength needed to hold up its head. When it finally emerges, the hatchling weighs less than an ounce. Its eyes are sealed shut. Its skin is pink and translucent, featherless, helpless. In most bird species, this vulnerability lasts weeks. The Roadrunner doesn't have weeks. The desert doesn't accommodate weakness. The parent begins feeding immediately. Regurgitated insects, small pieces of lizard. The chick's mouth is bright red inside, a visual target that triggers the feeding response. This isn't nurturing, it's a biological reflex loop. Bright color equals deposit food here. The chick gapes. The parent delivers. Repeat. But here's where Roadrunner biology gets strange. The eggs don't all hatch at once. They were laid 2 days apart, so they hatched 2 days apart. This creates a size hierarchy in the nest. The oldest chick is now 48 hours ahead of its youngest sibling. In terms of development, that's a lifetime. The size difference creates competition. The larger chick gets fed first. It's louder. Its gape is bigger. The parent's response isn't equal distribution. It's highest stimulus response. The biggest chick gets the most food. The smallest gets whatever's left. If food is scarce, the smallest won't make it. This is brood reduction. And it's completely normal for this species. Day 7, the chick's eyes open. The world becomes visual stimulus. Movement triggers tracking behavior. The parent lands on the nest edge with a grasshopper. 4 heads snap toward the motion. 4 beaks open. The parent feeds the loudest one. Again, the hierarchy is reinforcing itself. By day 10, the chicks have quadrupled their hatching weight. Dark pin feathers begin emerging along their wings and back. These aren't for flight yet, they're for temperature regulation. The desert morning air drops to 60 degrees. The pin feathers create a thin insulation layer, just enough to prevent hypothermia during the coldest hour before dawn. Day 14 brings the first major test. A coach-whip snake, 6 feet long and fast enough to catch adult roadrunners, climbs the cholla cactus. The parent bird isn't at the nest. The chicks have no defense mechanism except stillness. They freeze. Their mottled feathers, now more developed, create a pattern that breaks up their outline against the nest material. The snake reaches the nest edge. Its tongue flicks, tasting the air. The chemical sensors detect bird scent, but the coach whip is a visual hunter. It needs movement to strike accurately. The chicks don't move. For 2 minutes and 17 seconds, they remain completely frozen. Finally, the snake withdraws, not because it gave up, because a second stimulus overrode the first. The adult roadrunner returned and made a threat display. Wings spread, tail up. The snake recalculates the risk and descends. Day 18. The chicks are ready to leave the nest. They can't fly. Their flight feathers won't be functional for another 3 weeks. But they can hop, they can grip. And staying in one location has become more dangerous than moving. Predators have learned where the nest is. The smell is getting stronger. It's time. The oldest chick makes the first attempt. It steps to the nest edge, looks down 3 feet to the desert floor, and jumps. No hesitation, no testing, it just goes. It lands hard, tumbles, stands up, walks 5 feet and hides under a creosote bush. The behavior isn't learned. It's pre-programmed. An innate response triggered by developmental age and environmental cues. The other chicks follow over the next 6 hours. They spread out in different directions. This dispersal reduces the chance that a single predator finds them all. The parents track them by sound. The chicks make a high-pitched location call every 90 seconds. The parents respond with feeding visits, moving between each chick's hiding spot throughout the day. Now the real education begins. The chicks need to learn what to hunt. Roadrunners are carnivores with a problem. Their prey can kill them. Rattlesnakes, scorpions, tarantulas, centipedes. These aren't easy meals. They require technique. Day 25. The parent brings a dead scorpion to one of the juveniles, drops it on the ground. The young roadrunner approaches, pecks at it. The scorpion's stinger, even in death, sticks the chick's beak. The chick jumps back. The parent watches, doesn't intervene. The chick approaches again. This time it grabs the scorpion by the head, avoiding the tail, shakes it violently, slams it against a rock, then swallows it whole, tail first. This is observational learning combined with trial and error. The parent demonstrated the basic pattern weeks ago. The juvenile is now refining the technique through practice. Each successful kill strengthens the neural pathways. Each mistake teaches avoidance. The learning window is narrow. Juveniles that don't master prey handling by day 40 have significantly lower survival rates. Day 32. The juvenile's running speed has increased to 12 miles per hour. Still slower than adults, but fast enough to escape most ground predators. Their leg muscles are developing the same fast twitch fiber composition that allows adult roadrunners to maintain sprints for extended distances. This isn't just speed, its endurance. Roadrunners chase prey until it collapses from exhaustion. A juvenile spots a zebra-tailed lizard. The chase begins. The lizard has one advantage. It can make 90-degree turns at full speed. The Roadrunner can't. Its body structure favors straight-line velocity. The lizard cuts left. The Roadrunner overshoots, has to brake, turn, accelerate again. The lizard cuts right, same problem. This continues for 40 seconds. Then the lizard makes a mistake. It heads for open ground instead of cover. The Roadrunner closes the distance and strikes. First solo kill. Day 45. The juveniles are now semi-independent. They still receive occasional food from parents, but they're hunting successfully on their own. Their feather development is nearly complete. Wing feathers are functional for short glides, though true sustained flight remains impossible. Roadrunners are too heavy and their wings are too short. They sacrificed aerial ability for ground speed, and that trade-off is permanent. The family structure begins to dissolve. The parents stop responding to every location call. The juveniles start spending nights alone. This isn't abandonment. It's a graduated reduction in parental investment. The parents have already spent 50% more energy raising this brood than most desert birds their size. They need to recover body condition before the next breeding season. Day 60. A juvenile encounters its first rattlesnake. A juvenile western diamondback, 2 feet long. Both animals freeze. The Roadrunner's next move will determine if it eats or dies. The snake coils, rattle buzzing. The Roadrunner doesn't approach head-on. It circles, keeping distance. Looking for an angle, the snake strikes. The Roadrunner jumps straight up 18 inches off the ground. The strike misses. Before the snake can recoil, the Roadrunner lands and strikes the snake's head with its beak. One precise blow. The snake is stunned. The Roadrunner grabs it behind the head, lifts it, and slams it against a rock. 3 times, 4 times. The snake stops moving. The Roadrunner swallows it whole, starting with the head. The entire sequence took 9 seconds. This technique wasn't invented by this bird. It's been refined by thousands of generations. The timing, the targeting, the specific sequence of strike, grab, slam. It's encoded in the species' behavioral repertoire. What this juvenile had to learn was recognition. How to identify a rattlesnake. How to assess its size and threat level. When to engage and when to avoid. Day 75. The juvenile's hunting success rate has reached 60%. Adult Roadrunners maintain an 80% rate. That 20% difference represents the gap between survival and thriving. The juvenile is burning more calories hunting than it's gaining from successful kills. It's losing weight. This is the critical period. If it doesn't improve efficiencies in the next 2 weeks, winter will kill it. The learning curve steepens. The juvenile starts selecting easier prey. Grasshoppers instead of lizards. Beetles instead of scorpions. This lowers the energy cost per hunt. The success rate climbs to 75%. Weight stabilizes. The margin for error is still razor thin, but the trajectory is positive. Day 90. 3 months since hatching. The juvenile now weighs 18 ounces, 90% of adult mass. Its plumage is complete. Sexual maturity is still 9 months away, but physical development is nearly finished. It has survived egg predation, heat stress, starvation risk, snake bites, and learning failures. 95% of Roadrunner eggs don't make it this far. Day 99 arrives on an October morning. The temperature is mild, 78 degrees. The young Roadrunner emerges from its night roost in a Palo Verde tree. It stretches its wings, fluffs its feathers, turns to face the rising sun, and spreads its wings in a sunning posture. This behavior serves a purpose. The dark skin under the wing feathers absorbs solar radiation, raising the bird's core temperature after the cool desert night. It's energy-efficient thermoregulation, the same adaptation that helped it survive as a hatchling. The Roadrunner drops from the branch and hits the ground running. It's hunting, independent, self-sufficient, a functional member of the desert ecosystem. The next 99 days will determine if it makes it to breeding age. The next year will determine if it passes its genetics forward. But right now, in this moment, it has accomplished something statistically improbable. It survived the desert's cruelest test, from a fragile egg in a cactus nest to a predator capable of killing venomous snakes. 99 days. No parental protection after day 60. No safety net. Just biological programming refined by millions of years of selection pressure in one of Earth's harshest environments. The Greater Roadrunner doesn't thrive because it's the strongest or the smartest. It thrives because every aspect of its development, from egg temperature tolerance to juvenile dispersal timing to hunting technique acquisition, is calibrated to extract survival from a landscape that kills most things that try to live there. That's not luck. That's evolution.